Hi friends, it's Star Thrifter, and thought I'd share with you today what will be listed today. Now, the goal is supposed to be 15 pieces a day. That's what I've been striving for lately. I'd like to at least get that to 20. However, today we have less than that. We only have about 9. And I will explain after I show the thrift haul, or what I picked up to list today, on what I will do to kind of try to make up the difference. Anyhow, we'll get right on to it. I have two really great pieces, and they'll be really fun to show you. This first piece here, oh, I wasn't really sure about this because I don't pick up hardly any Tahari, but this was 100% linen, and it's a cardigan. We are approaching winter, but maybe some of the states where it's warmer, they would still pick up a linen cardigan. That was just kind of an iffy piece there. And if you haven't been watching any of these, I've been trying to pick up things that have a quicker sell-through rate and sell for more money. However, you still have to pick up some of the bread and butter brands too to have enough for listing. At least that's how it's been for me. This is a dress and it's really nice. It's a Lauren Ruffler N and it's a size small. And this might have wool. It's very pretty. It's a gray sheath dress and it's got like this beading on the top here. And it has a loose tag. I will note that the tag is loose on one side. This could be wool. I'll get my glasses here and we'll check it on out. Might be a wool piece. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, nope, no wool. It just kind of felt like it. However, hopefully that will sell. That's going to be kind of a average piece. This actually is a pretty decent brand. It usually sells Affliction, and this is a men's, and it's a long sleeve tee. It's got a lot of embellishments. I think it's a men's. I'll have to check because they make women's too. But I'll be using some different keywords on this. I don't know if it's really grunge, but maybe rockabilly, things like that. I have to do comps. I haven't picked up one of those pieces for quite a while. This was a nice piece. However, it is an extra small. This is an Elaine Fisher, and Elaine Fisher, is a more mature brand. Some pieces can sell for quite a little bit, but what I've been finding lately, I try to pick up mostly just the larger sizes, unless it depends on what it's made on. Or I've been pricing it lower because I've been finding that it takes quite a while to sell some of the pieces. But it can be a really great brand. I still pick it up, Elaine Fisher, but this is silk. It actually is a very beautiful blouse. Look, it's a pullover, but it has kind of like a cowl neck that you can tie. I think this was silk. And it's a very beautiful color. It'd be great for the winter coming up. Yeah, this is 100% silk. I'll have to do comps on that. But I think, maybe I was pricing it a little high. I've been starting to price it a little bit lower. A little leery on this piece. It's just called White and Warren, which I don't think that's really any spectacular brand. However, I have to look it up. But it's 100% cashmere, and it's an open front cardigan. It's very nice. It's one of the really soft, more of the soft cashmere. The reason I was kind of iffy on it, it says it's a size large, but it looks tiny, and it might have shrunk. And I'll do some measurements, but if it is close to a large, I'll still list it and list it as large, and maybe just write that it runs small or something like that. But if it's a lot smaller, I don't know, because if it was a lot smaller and if it wasn't cashmere, I just wouldn't list it. But since it's cashmere, maybe I would list it in a smaller size and then make a note and say this, says it's a size large, but it fits like a small, or something like that, or medium. But it that just looks a little small for a large. This is Lululemon, and I find that their zip-up track jackets still sell. However, this brand has really went down in demand, as far as, a quicker sell-through rate, and they don't sell for as much money, but some pieces can. It just depends on what it is. I know with the leggings, if you find the dance studio pants, which they're more of just a straight leg, they're not the tight, skinny leggings. Their pants, they sell for quite a little bit. But this is a size 10, and that's a little bit bigger, you know. that'll be a nice, easier, to sell. And it still had the rip tab, which was really nice. But if it didn't have the rip tag and you're not familiar, this is their logo. And it's very nice. It's really pretty color. And I have to do comps because, they're, like I said, their pricing has really changed on that. This is really big and bulky. And even though it's not the cream color, I will may still use the keyword fisherman, even though this isn't like, because I know that the big, usually they're more of a cable knit. This is actually a ribbed. But the beige color, you can use fisherman for a keyword. But this is a soft surrounding and it's a size large. And it's a cowl neck, turtleneck. And soft surroundings is another one that I was having a hard time moving some of the pieces, but the larger sizes and plus sizes really sell. However, I just heard this morning, and I meant to Google it, but I heard that soft surroundings is going out of business. And they were going to sell it off to just a more of an average label brand. And I don't know if that's true, true who they're selling it off to. This could really change the market for this brand. It could either, the things could be worth a whole lot more because now, they're not going to make them anymore, or it could really tank this brand. Just have to kind of really watch it. This is actually a wool blend, and I'll get that listed, but I don't know how soon that will affect it, but since the news has come out, that's something that you're going to want to really check before you pick up a bunch of it, or I don't know. It could go either way. Okay, these are the next two are the ones that are more of the Bolo brands, Icebreaker. And this is a men's, and they make men and women's, and this is really just kind of like almost like a pullover tee raglan, but it's hooded. But this is a men's, and they're usually merino wool. I think most of the time, don't quote me totally on that if all pieces are the same, but this is a really great brand to pick up. And it says on here, Cool Light. I'll be listing that, and if there's any kind of style number, I'll look that up. But this is some pieces can sell for quite a little bit depending on what it is, and just do the comps first. This is the other brand, and I like this brand. It's Missoni. Now you got to watch it because there is Missoni for Target, and some of those pieces could maybe sell for less. I don't know for sure. I think that they would be because this is a straight up, and I think the straight up would sell for more. But they usually always have the chevron. This is chevron, that type of, striping. And this is what their tag looks like. I'll have to do comps on this. This is really cute for winter. It's like, a hoodie, zip up sweater, and I'll have to do comps on that. I have a dress right now, and it's either, I think it's a midi, and I have it listed right now for like around, I don't know if I had, be somewhere between $79 and $99. But that, I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of research on that, but that could be a little bit older brand. I don't know, but some pieces can sell for a little bit. Just do the comps before you pay very much at the thrift stores. Okay, in regards to not having enough, now I could just list that, and that is great, but I have found that when I started listing less a day, my sales started dropping some. I really think that did affect it. Now, we've had just come out of summer slowdown, and I know that affects it, and different things affect it. But the eBay glitches, and then people are spending money on other things, and stuff like that. However, I think it makes a difference. What I do sometimes is I will take some of my old inventory, especially if they're really great pieces, and maybe they've been listed for a long time. Instead of ending them and selling similar, I do that every day on all the ones that are getting ready to end. I end them and then I sell similar. I have a store and I have a certain percent of listings I get free every month. And if you don't have a store, I know that you're limited on how many listings, and then you have to start paying. And but if they relist, you'll be paying it anyways. I think, yeah, for sure, pretty sure on that. But anyhow, what I do is I will totally, you know, take down the listing and the listing, and then I will do a brand new listing. I'll retype a whole new listing, on the computer, or if you do it on your phone, make a whole brand new one. A lot of times I was doing new photos, but now sometimes I don't. If I have really great photos I took before, I will just screenshot them and then upload, edit them, crop them, and upload them again. Or maybe I'll only take one or two pictures, to add in with the old pictures. But I create a brand new one. Now, it is the same item, but I know that some of those items are really great items. And if they get too old, some of these listings are not being seen too much. And even eBay, I guess, admitted it, or stated at eBay Open, if your listings get really old, especially if they're, I can't remember now. I have a video on it if you want to check it out. But it was something like if they're 9 months old, they're basically at the bottom, or might not be seen at all. And sometimes listings just aren't up there anymore. eBay has the choice of what listings to show and what not. I don't know if you realize that. Yeah, they don't, and it's in their user agreement probably, or whatever. It is listed that all your listings might not show all the time. Now the problem I have is sometimes I'll be out there looking for an item, or I'll come across one and go, this is really old, and I'll go to look it up and it's not on eBay anymore. Okay, now do you just go ahead and relist it? Or if you want to donate it, get rid of it. What if it relists again eventually? What if they didn't show it for a while and they show it eventually again? Sometimes I'll stick them in a spot and wait for a while and then check again if it shows it's listed and stuff. But I don't know what kind of time frame, but you know what I mean? The chances are probably pretty low of it being relisted again, or being shown again, but it could. And then you'll have either two up, or you'll have it up and you've donated it, and then what if it sells? Could be something like that. Anyhow, it's just something to think about. But that's what I kind of been doing with it. It just depends. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And but I think maybe it just it kind of, and then maybe I'll use new keywords, or things like that. And a long time ago I didn't used to take a photo with the measurements, with a yardstick. I have a metal yardstick, and I used to just write them in the description. But on the newer ones, I have that, and I've been doing it for quite a while. But once in a while, I'll come across one maybe that might have, or I was for a while there, that didn't have the photos of the actual measurements. And now I don't include them in the description, except for dresses, because especially if the dress is longer than my yardstick, then I will, the metal yardstick, I will I'll sometimes lay the metal yardstick on there, but not always, especially if it's a mini or maxi dress. And I'll just note in the condition, see description for length, and then in descriptions I'll put length. Once in a while I put it up in the item description, creating my you can create your own line, or whatever, add something. But anyhow, hopefully you benefit from this. If you like, you can subscribe. I got a lot of other videos up, and like I said, if you want to check out that other one about what eBay said at eBay Open about the really old listings, I did that I think this spring. It might have been spring or early summer was the eBay Open, one of those, or something like that. And if you could push a thumbs up button, I greatly appreciate that too. Many prosperous sales to you. Thank you.